yang Ketua Besar Persikilan dan Bisnis dari Beliau Honorary Tunggu Ketua Besar Persikilan Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. dan salam sejahtera. Menghadap ke bawah duli yang maha mulia yang di-Pertuan Besar Negeri Sembilan Darul Khusus Tuanku Muhriz Ibni Almarhum Tuanku Munawir, Canselor Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Menghadap ke bawah duli yang maha mulia Tunku Ampuan Besar Negeri Sembilan Darul Khusus Tuanku Aisyah Rohani binti Almarhum Tunku Besar Mahmud. Ampun Tuanku, beribu-ribu ampun. Sembah patik mohon diampun. Patik bagi pihak warga UKM menjunjung setinggi-tinggi kasih atas sudi perkenan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku berdua berangkat mencemar duli menghadiri majlis penyampaian ijazah kehormat Doktor Falsafah, Keamanan Sejagat dan Pembangunan Mapan dan siri syarahan Global Peace and Sustainable Development Discourse oleh Tuan Yang Terutama Ban Ki-moon pada hari ini. Sesungguhnya keberangkatan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku berdua merupakan suatu penghormatan kepada seluruh warga Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Ampun Tuanku. Patik seterusnya memohon limpah perkenan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku untuk patik meneruskan atur cara majlis serta mengalu-alukan hadirin sekalian di dalam bahasa Inggeris. Ampun Tuanku. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good morning. Yang amat mulia Tunku Besar Seri Menanti Tunku Ali Ridauddin Ibni Tuanku Muhriz, His Excellency Ban Ki-moon and Madam Yu Sun-te, Yang berbahagia Profesor Insinyur Dr. Muhammad Hamdi Abdul Syukur, Vice Chancellor of UKM, and Yang berbahagia Profesor Nadia Insinyur Dr. Bushra Abdul Razak, members of the Royal Family, distinguished guests, members of UKM Board of Directors, Deputy Vice Chancellors of UKM, Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Hazita Azman, Dean, Faculty of Social Sciences and Humanities, UKM, senior officers of UKM, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the conferment ceremony of the Honorary Doctorate, Global Peace and Sustainable Development, and the inaugural lecture of Global Peace and Sustainable Development Discourse. Your Royal Highness, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to bless this ceremony, please welcome Mr. Khairil Khuzairi Omar, Islamic Affairs Officer, to lead us in reciting the Dewan.
الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العرش العظيم حمدا يوافي نعمه ويكافئ مزيده. يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك الكريم وعظيم سلطانك. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد في الأولين وصل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد في الآخرين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا ولوالدينا وارحمهم كما ربونا صغارا ولجميع المسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات. Ya Allah, Engkau pemilik sekalian alam yang bagimu jua segala kebesaran dan kekuasaan. Kehadratmu puji dan syukur kami rafakkan dengan iradahmu dan limpahan keizinan, Majlis Penyampaian Ijazah Kehormat Dr. Falsafah dan siri syarahan Global Peace and Sustainable Development Discourse oleh Tuan Yang Terutama Ban Ki-moon ini dapat kami langsungkan. Allahumma ya Hanan ya Mannan, kepadamu segala kesyukuran kami sembahkan atas keberkatan Duli Yang Maha Mulia yang di-Pertuan Besar Negeri Sembilan Darul Khusus Tuanku Muhris Ibni Almarhum Tuanku Munawir, Canselor UKM, dan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tunku Ampuan Besar Negeri Sembilan Darul Khusus Tuanku Aisyah Rohani binti Almarhum Tunku Besar Mahmud. Engkau limpahilah rahmat dan rahimmu kepada duli-duli tuanku dan sekalian kami dalam perhimpunan dengan keredaan dan keberkatan, rahmat dan jiwa yang tenteram dalam kehidupan bersama naungan hidayahmu berterusan dan berpanjangan. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, berkatilah pertemuan kami ini, berkatilah juga usaha-usaha kami, ilhamkanlah dalam fikiran dan minda kami idea-idea yang bernas, pandangan-pandangan yang jelas, dan keputusan-keputusan yang waras. Kurniakanlah kepada kami limpahan ilmu yang berguna dan kefahaman yang benar. Satukanlah hati-hati kami, eratkanlah silaturahim di kalangan kami, padukanlah tenaga dan usaha kami untuk memartabatkan pendidikan bangsa secara bersama demi mencapai kecemerlangan dan kegemilangan. Allahumma inna nas'aluka minal khairi kullihi ajli wa ajli ma 'alimna wa ma lam na'lam, wa na'udzu bika minasyarri kullihi ajli wa ajli ma 'alimna wa ma lam na'lam, wa nas'aluka ridhaka wal jannata wa na'udzu bika min sakhatika wan nar. Allahumma tawil a'marana fi ta'atik wa ta'ati rasulik, wa sihah ajsadana fi sihhati wa 'afiyati was salamah, wa nawwir qulubana kama nawwirtal ardi bi nuri syamsika abadan abada. واثبت إيماننا كإيمان أنبيائك وأوليائك الصالحين، وطهر قلوبنا من العجب والرياء والنقصان، وارزقنا رزقا حلالا واسعا طيبا مباركا جميلا. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، والحمد لله رب العالمين. قبل الله منكم منا ومنكم تقبل يا كريم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Amin ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you for the Dua recitation. Ampun Tuanku, without further ado, we would like to invite Yang Berbahagia, Professor Insinyur Dr. Muhammad Hamdi Abdul Syukur, Vice Chancellor of UKM, to deliver his welcoming speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good morning. Menghadap ke bawah Duli Yang Maha Mulia Ketuan Besar Negeri Sembilan Darul Khusus Tuanku Muhris Ibni Almarhum Tuanku Munawir, Chancellor Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Menghadap ke bawah Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku Ampuan Besar Negeri Sembilan Darul Khusus Tuanku Aisyah Rohani binti Almarhum Tunku Besar Mahmud. Ampun Tuanku, beribu-ribu ampun, sembah patik, mohon diampun. Patik bagi pihak pengurusan tertinggi dan warga Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia menjunjung setinggi-tinggi kasih atas sudi perkenan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku berdua berangkat mencemar duli ke Majlis Penyampaian Ijazah Kehormat Dr. Falsafah, Keamanan Sejagat dan Pembangunan Mampan, dan siri syarahan Global Peace and Sustainable Development Discourse yang akan disampaikan oleh Tuan Yang Terutama Ban Ki-moon bertajuk Sustainable Development Goals and Climate Change. Sesungguhnya keberangkatan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku berdua menjadi suatu penghormatan yang sangat tinggi buat patik sekalian. Ampun Tuanku, patik seterusnya memohon limpah berkenan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku untuk patik mengalu-alukan hadirin sekalian dan meneruskan ucapan dalam bahasa Inggeris. Ampun Tuan. Yang amat mulia Tunku Besar Seri Menanti Tunku Ali Laudin Ibnu Tunku Mukhlis, His Excellency Ban Ki-moon and Madam Yu Sun Tek, members of the royal family, distinguished guests, members of UKM Board of Directors, UKM, Professor Hazita Azman, Dean of the Faculty of Science, Social Sciences and Humanities, UKM, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the university, I am honored to welcome His Excellency Ban Ki-moon and Madam Yu Sun Tek to UKM, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, on the occasion of the conferment of the Honorary Doctorate of Philosophy in Global Peace and Sustainable Development to His Excellency Ban Ki-moon. In conjunction with the conferment of the Honorary Doctorate of Philosophy, I am also pleased to announce the inaugural lecture for the Global Peace and Sustainable Discourse series hosted by the Faculty of Social Sciences and Humanities in Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. A warm welcome to all our distinguished guests, faculty and students to this presentation. The Global Peace and Sustainable Discourse is a public lecture that will bring internationally and nationally renowned personalities to UKM to share their work and ideas on the range of issues to help contribute to the betterment of global governance, peace and sustainability. The inaugural speaker of the discourse is none other than His Excellency Ban Ki-moon, the former Secretary General of the United Nations. Ban Ki-moon was born in 1944 in Yeongseong County, North Gyeongsang Province in Korea. I hope I pronounced it correctly. During the Second World War, he graduated from the Seoul National University in 1970 with a bachelor degree in international relations and earned a Master of Public Administration from the John F. Kennedy School of Government at Harvard University in 1985. He is remembered as an individual who has analytical clarity, humility, and perseverance. Ban Ki-moon has had an illustrious career of almost half a century of involvement in civil service and diplomacy. His diplomatic career began when he was appointed as Vice Consul to New Delhi, India, before he was made First Secretary of the South Permanent Observer Mission to the United Nations. And in 1979, he assumed the post of Director of the United Nations Division before being made Director of the UN's International Organizations and Treaties Bureau in Seoul, Korea. Ban Ki-moon went on to become the Director for American Affairs at the Foreign Ministry from 1990 to 1992 and Vice Chairman of the North-South Joint Nuclear Control Mission. His career prospered when he served as Korea's Deputy Ambassador to the States from 1993 to 1994, before being promoted to the Deputy Foreign Minister in 1995 and National Security Advisor to the President in 1996. His diplomatic excellence was proven when he was appointed Ambassador to Austria and Slovenia in 1998 before he returned to Seoul as Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs in 2000 and Minister of Foreign Affairs in 2004. The world, however, remembers Ban Ki-moon as the United Nations Secretary General for his 2 terms from 2007 till the year 2016. As the lead driver in the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon was sensitive to sustainable development issues, particularly poverty, quality of life, climate change, and the empowerment of women and youth. His main initiative was in putting climate change as a global agenda at the Climate Change Summit Ban Ki-moon launched the Caring for Climate initiative that targeted the role of business organizations in combating climate change. This initiative was signed by 350 business organizations representatives from 65 countries. His visits to Antarctica, Chilean Patagonia, Amazon, and Arctic Ocean, Kiribati, and Greenland focused the attention of the world on the pressing effects of climate change, which triggered efforts to help mitigate the effect. Ban Ki-moon is recognized as the first international diplomat to throw his weight behind the Green New Deal, an effort to zero out planet warming emissions and end poverty over the next decade. He was in the forefront of a joint effort to reduce carbon emissions and find solutions to long-term effects of climate change at the Convention of Parties. Ban Ki-moon's most outstanding achievement is overseeing the birth of SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, at the United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development in Rio de Janeiro in 2012. This was given an impactful boost by the Paris Agreement on Climate Change in 2015, which had 993 UN member signatories. Being a strong believer in sustainable development, Ban Ki-moon went on to launch the Global Education First initiative to elevate the role of education on the international agenda through mobilizing global resources to provide education for all. This great figure has retired, but he is continuing his dream to create peaceful global citizens, conscious of their roles and individual responsibilities. This desire continues to flourish and is expressed through the establishment of Ban Ki-moon Center for Global Citizens in Vienna, which he co-founded with Heinz Fischer, the former president of Austria. Ban Ki-moon also serves as president and chairman of the Council of the Global Green Institute, an international organization committed to upholding sustainable, strong, and inclusive economic growth in developing countries. And more recently, Ban Ki-moon was appointed as chairman of the National Council on Climate and Air Quality by the Korean government. UKM is truly honored to welcome this global leader who is continuing to raise awareness on climate change and how we all can help mitigate its effects. His Excellency Ban Ki-moon, I would like to use a quote from you that says, "A perfect world may not be on the far horizon, but a route to a better world, a safe world, a more just world is in each and every one of us." Indeed, UKM is pleased to welcome His Excellency Ban Ki-moon to our academic community and to listen to his inaugural address entitled Sustainable Development Goals and Climate Change. Ampun tuanku, sekian sahaja sembah ucapan Patih. Patih sekali lagi bagi pihak warga UKM menjunjung setinggi-tinggi kasih atas sudi perkenan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku berdua berangkat mencemar duli ke Majlis Penyampaian Ijazah Kehormat Doktor Falsafah Keamanan Sejagat dan Pembangunan Mapan dan Siri Syarahan Global Peace and Sustainable Development Discourse. Sesungguhnya keberangkatan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku berdua menjadi suatu penghormatan yang amat tinggi buat Patih sekalian. Patih sekalian mendoakan semoga Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala melanjutkan usia Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku berdua serta putra-putra di dalam keadaan sihat walafiat dan kekal memerintah di atas takhta Kerajaan Negeri Sembilan dengan penuh keadilan dan kebijaksanaan. Menjunjung kasih tuanku. Sekian, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Yang Berbahagia Profesor Insinyur Dr. Muhammad Hamdi Abdul Syukur. Doctorate, Global Peace and Sustainable Development to His Excellency Ban Ki-moon. Thank you, His Royal Highness Tuanku Mukhris Ibni Almarhum Tuanku Munawir and Yang Berbahagia Profesor Insinyur Dr. Muhammad Hamdi Abdul Syukur. And now, please welcome His Excellency Ban Ki-moon to deliver his lecture entitled Sustainable Development Goals and Climate Change.
Good morning, selamat pagi. His Royal Highness Tuanku Mukhris Ibni Almarhum Tuanku Munawir, Chancellor of University Kebangsaan Malaysia, Her Royal Highness Tuanku Aisyah Rohani binti Almarhum Tuanku Bashar Mahmud, Amtun Tuanku, members of the royal family, distinguished guests, members of UKM Board of Directors, Vice Chancellor of UKM, senior officers of UKM, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great honor and privilege to speak to you this morning and humbly accept this honorary doctorate degree from University Kebangsaan Malaysia, UKM. Thank you. I offer my sincere gratitude to the respected Faculty of Social Sciences and Humanities for this incredibly meaningful honorary degree for global peace and sustainable development that you have just bestowed on me. This further motivates me to continue using my voice as a former United Nations Secretary General, to help galvanize others to work towards ensuring the future we want, where nobody is left behind. I believe that in addition to me, you are also recognizing the guiding work and ideas of the United Nations. Thank you for this great honor and your recognition of ongoing international efforts to promote peace, achieve sustainable development, and combat climate change around the world. It is also wonderful to be back here in Malaysia. This is such a special country, hosting deep history, UNESCO-recognized culture, and unparalleled culinary offerings that represent a true microcosm of the rich diversity that helps make this land so special. Thank you to the people and country of Malaysia. I'm also honored to mark the Global Peace Talk series, lecture series, Faculty and Social Sciences host as part of the celebratory programs for the 50th anniversary of the UKM next year. I take this opportunity to express my warmest congratulations to you all. Congratulations. Proud universities such as UKM serve as living foundations of both knowledge and memory. This helps us not only learn from the past, but assists us in assessing the present while providing us with the leaders to steer our shared future to due heights. Now more than ever before, the world needs a new generations of thinkers and doers. We need thinkers who can appreciate the scale of the challenges before us. And we need doers who will step forward to take action. This is particularly true in regards to achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development and Climate Change goals. Dear students, respected faculty members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, while serving as United Nations Secretary General for 10 years, I strive to exercise my global leadership duties by leveraging the power of partnership and promoting the spirit of global citizenship to tackle our most pressing challenges. With the development of science and technology, communication, transportation, we are living in a small world. National boundary does not mean much. We are all same human being living in this world, so we are global citizens. This was vital in bringing the entire world together to agree to the United Nations 2030 agenda and its 17 Sustainable Development Goals, as well as the Paris Climate Change Agreement. These were two of the biggest and most important achievements the United Nations has made. Particularly, the Sustainable Development Goals with the 17 goals are the most ambitious, most far-reaching visions the United Nations has ever presented to the world's people, to make sure that nobody is left behind, to make sure that we live harmoniously with our nature. Adopted by 190 member states in New York on September 25th, 2015, the SDGs offers us the way forward to confront the most critical issues of our time. These include eradication of abject poverty, providing quality education, reducing inequality, addressing climate change, public health, and gender equality, among others. 4 years since this adoption, the SDGs have made tangible progress on bettering maternal mortality rates, combating poverty and hunger, and improving the quality of water and sanitation. But progress is unfortunately uneven on others, depending upon where you are living. And we need to move forward with a renewed sense of commitment, renewed sense of urgency, with only 11 years to go before 2030. Additionally, conflicts around the world and the deepening climate crisis are leading to troubling reversals in SDG implementations on the ground. To achieve the SDGs by 2030, we need an all hands on the deck approach, where everyone joins together in partnership to harness the ownership, stronger ownership, participation, and achieve active involvement from all sectors of our society. We must make sure that there should be a very strong tripartite partnership among governments, business communities, and civil society, including academia. And I believe that SDG 4 on quality education holds the key to doing so, as it is a cross-cutting enabler of each of the other 16 SDGs. Without educating our people, we cannot expect to implement all other 16 goals. Indeed, quality education, as the UKM is providing, is critical for our corresponding efforts to end poverty, to achieve gender equality, scale up public health, and reduce inequality. Education is also essential for ongoing work in combating climate change, which is currently altering the character of our planet and creating dire risk and instability. That is why in 2012, I established Global Education First Initiative, GEFI, G-E-F-I, with former UK Prime Minister Gordon Brown as my special envoy, and Malala Yousafzai, a Pakistani girl who was almost killed because she was studying as a girl. A girl with a textbook is a stronger weapon in addressing climate change. This is what Malala Yousafzai has been advocating. With this reality in mind, we must urgently step up our collective efforts to implement again the Paris Climate Change Agreement. The bottom line is that we don't have a plan B because we don't have planet B either. There are many people who seem to believe that we may have another planet Earth if we destroy all our environment here, that we may live to another planet. But until now, unfortunately, we have not found any such planet where there is air, water, there is a place where human beings can live. Therefore, the Paris Agreement signed by 197 state parties in 2015 offers us a clear game plan to confront these serious threats to our planet. It sets a viable target to impede rising temperatures, constrict greenhouse gas emissions, and spur climate-resilient development and green growth. I truly believe that the Paris Agreement offers us our best hope to preserve over the serious threats to our alien planet. But to achieve this goal, again, we need to work together. Climate change is a global challenge demanding global solutions. No country, nobody, however powerful or resourceful, one address these climate change issues alone. This is why we, young and old, all of us, young and old, rich and poor, men and women, Muslim and Buddhist, Christians, have a stake in forging sustainable solutions in response to it. Equity, inclusivity, and cooperation must underpin our collective efforts to this end with all countries, businesses, schools, individuals, acting in the same spirit that led the Paris Agreement and the Sustainable Development Goals. Ladies and gentlemen, in this regard, I cannot but express my deepest disappointment and even anger at the decision of the United States government to withdraw from this Paris Agreement on climate change. President Trump's decision to withdraw from this agreement is politically short-sighted, economically irresponsible, and scientifically wrong. IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, has made it clear again and again that climate change is happening much faster, approaching much faster. It is because of human behavior. Then answer is quite clear. We human beings must change our behavioral pattern on consumption and production. Climate change does not respect any border. Our action must transcend all the frontiers. I strongly and sincerely hope that soon the United States will come back and return to our joint efforts to address this climate change. Nature does not wait for us. Nature does not negotiate with the human being. Thus, it is our human being. We have to learn how to live harmoniously with our nature. Nature goes its own way. Before it is too late, we have to change and listen to the voices of nature. Before rash of nature hit us, our humanity. You have seen all the tragic events which happened by cyclone, typhoon, all these rising sea waters. And I am really urging all of us, whether you are government officials, academia, business community, civil societies, we work together. And I'm asking particularly young people, you raise your voice, challenge your leaders, tell them that this is the world I am going to live forever. So make sure that political leaders, business leaders of this current generation live this planet Earth sustainable way. Ladies and gentlemen, there are individual actions which can all take us as well. And young people can lead these efforts. Don't waste even a single drop of water. Be aware of your consumption and carbon footprint. Learn more about supply chains and buy sustainable products. Recycle, compost, and avoid single-use plastic. Take a sustainability pledge. Talk with your family, friends about the dangers of climate action. climate change is here right now, and fighting it must be the overarching task of this generation. We are all in this together, and to achieve sustainable development, we simply must continue our momentum forward and together. Your Royal Highness, Chancellor of UKM, respected faculty, students, ladies and gentlemen, I strongly believe that in this era of uncertainty, fighting climate change and achieving the United Nations SDGs are two efforts that must unite all nations, all the people together, all the global citizens through cooperation and partnership. Quite plainly, our collective existence moving forward depends on it. But this urgent and historic undertaking can create opportunities as well. We can address, protect our planet, spur greater prosperity, expand social inclusion, and advance the empowerment of women and girls. And I'm confident the leading academic institutions such as University Kebangsaan Malaysia, UKM, and young people like you will be central to these unified efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to conclude my remarks by saying that despite the current challenge that we face today, if we work together under the spirit of partnership, sustainability, inclusivity, global citizenship, we will not only persevere during this era of uncertainty, we will thrive. Your role is extremely important as we need a new generation of change makers that ensures United Nations global goals are local business here in Malaysia and beyond. Our global challenges require robust global solidarity. We need a global partnership, and we will all share a common future rooted in sustainability, peace, and prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, let us expand our united efforts to realize this shared destiny for all the people in the years to come. Let us work together to make this world more sustainable, more prosperous, and more peaceful, where our succeeding generations can live in peace and harmony. I count on your leadership. I count on your global vision. Thank you very much for this honor. Thank you very much. Abdul.
Thank you, His Excellency Ban Ki-moon, for the lecture. Ampun Tuanku, as a sign of gratitude, the floor now would like to invite Yang Berbahagia Professor Insinyur Dr. Muhammad Hamdi Abdul Syukur to welcome and accompany His Royal Highness Tuanku Muhriz Ibni Almarhum Tuanku Munawir, together with Her Royal Highness Tuanku Aisyah Rohani binti Almarhum Tunku Besar Mahmud and Madam Yu Sunte to the stage. Vice Chancellor to accompany His Royal Highness Tuanku Muhriz Ibni Almarhum Tuanku Munawir to present a memento of appreciation to His Excellency Ban Ki-moon. In return, please welcome His Excellency Ban Ki-moon to present a special memento to His Royal Highness Tuanku Majlis Ibni Al-Mahrum Tuanku Honorary. And then please welcome Madam Yu Sun Tek to present a special memento to Her Royal Highness Tuanku Aisyah Rohani binti Al-Marhum Tunku Besar Mahmud. Thank you, Your Royal Highnesses. Majlis menjunjung kasih Tuanku. Your Royal Highness, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our appreciation and gratitude goes to our Royal Highnesses as well as our distinguished speaker for delivering his lecture and sharing his knowledge in the inaugural lecture of Global Peace and Sustainable Development Discourse, the prestigious intellectual discourse. So, on behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to express our heartfelt thanks to all guests for joining us here this morning. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the departure of His Royal Highness Yang di-Pertuan Besar Negeri Sembilan Darul Khusus and Her Royal Highness Tunku Ampun Besar Negeri Sembilan Darul Khusus. Members of the audience, please rise.
Second day.